Hi there, welcome to Freeworld Heads Up here on the Friday the 6th of May. It's myself and Sanjoy with you today, and we'll kick off as usual with the feedback on the currency. So how are things this week, Sanjoy?
Right, well, I think the story so far is really that we had a kind of slightly boring bit. We had today, on this Friday, the non-farm payroll. This is a measure of the increase in number of jobs in the US without taking into consideration farming jobs, so that bale of cotton is out. It's usually a strong number and one that excites a lot of interest because lots of jobs being created points towards inflation, means more likely that the rate will go up. Conversely, if that rate drops, then it's seen as kind of deflationary, and we don't expect any kind of rate increase. Well, the forecast for it was 200,000, and the actual result was 160,000. It's quite a large disparity.
Yeah, that's a big difference.
That's a big difference. But the reaction to it was relatively muted. There's a spike. Both the dollar weakened, and of course that means that the euro rose, pound rose with it, but then sort of like an hour later pretty much we're back to usual. So I think this is a sort of a number coming out which, though it wasn't the forecast number, is in line with the general idea that maybe the American economy isn't as solid as everybody thought it was.
Okay, right, interesting.
Right, so you can look at it on a bigger picture and make some comments like, the biggest Brexit effect we've seen is, I think we just went a little bit below the 140 mark. At the end of last week, actually, I think we came to about 147, 147.50.
Yeah.
So we seem to have kind of risen off the bottom. There's nothing great about the opinion polls or anything. It's more like a suggestion that maybe 139 was overdoing it.
Mm-hmm.
As far as the Brexit campaign goes, we've got the slightly weird addition of some key players. Apparently, Bill Clinton and Tony Blair are going to go around and plead with everybody to...
Who's who of 90s politicians?
Yeah, with friends like that, who needs enemies, right? But still, that's what's going on there. We've just had a Scottish election, and of course there was the English local elections.
Yeah.
Nothing, I think, too unusual there. I think the Tories have come to second place.
Yeah, Tories are second place in Scotland. They've overtaken Labour for the second place in the Scottish Parliament, which is kind of like Leicester winning the league. But,
well, yeah. Anyway, so that's the politics and the currency.